All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Dark Realm Gaming here, and to lost my legs. This is Dark Realm Gaming, and I just want to let you know that I lost my legs today. So I'm gonna stand on a chair. No, just kidding. It's Dark Realm Gaming, and today I'm gonna be tonight. Not day anymore. Son, come out, come on. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna be performing music that I used to play when I was in a band back in the day. It's been a long time since I've used my keyboards, since 2010, let's say, 2010, 2011. I was in a band called Perfero. I was also in a band called Frequency, which was a blues band. Perfero was an industrial electronic band. I was in a band called Dirty Sense. That was a progressive thrash metal band. And I also was in a band called Paper Dolls. That was electronic, like an EBM, industrial electronic type, goth, cyber goth, all that, jazz. So, all right, so let me just get started here, and let me see. Let me go here real quick. Okay. So, all right, so let me just get started here. Okay, and then. Okay, let me do this over here. Oh man. So you guys, the lighting's good, everything? Hopefully it's not too loud. If it's too loud, just please let me know, and I'll lower the volume. I should adjust the volume, but I can't connect this to my PC, so that's that. Okay, so let's do with some beats. So this is called the Korg Key Oscillator Pro. So if you guys go online on Google and you type in Korg, okay, the brand Korg for keyboards and stuff like that, EMUs and all that stuff, recording synthesizers and all that. This is a loop recorder system, which means that I could connect. Hold on, check. Oh man. Okay. My bad ass can't get up. So which means that whenever I connect to this loop recorder, it'll loop it and it'll record it. Okay, so if I connect keyboards to it, you'll hear the looping of the keyboards. If I connect guitar to it, you'll hear the guitar. If I connect the bass, you'll hear the bass. If you connect those drum triggers, for your drum set and create a hybrid kit, it'll, come in here. And then with this machine, I could like loop it. I could add layers to it, infinity layers to it. I could break it down, chop it up into pieces. I could do remixes and that. Okay? So let's say, and it has also special effects too. So let's try this. Okay. Here's the beats. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it's too loud, just let me know and I'll lower it. Y'all like that? Okay, well I hit it. Okay, so let's go to a 121 BPM. So the 121 BPM is already set. Okay. And then here on the keyboards for my synthesizer, this is called an Alesis Micron. So if you guys are like keyboarders, or you guys into electronic, or if you guys are into like hip hop and stuff like that, or R&B, anything, you could create, beats with pre-samples that it has in here, the presets, or you could create your own effects, and it has all special like, and then you can trick it out to sound. How worry sound. Okay. Then you also have an effect with a pitch bender. Goes high, then it goes low. Okay. So you got that. Man, I haven't did this for a long time. I haven't played my keyboards like. You guys want to hear a woof? Woo! That's all on. So, anyways. Okay. So here's another beat here. See, so that's the beat there. So I have created a song, and when I was in a band called Paper Dolls, and it was a three-man band. My boy Hector was the lead guitarist. Paper Doll was Lori. Her name was Lori, and they called her Paper Doll. And they called me Cyber because I used to be all into the cyber goth. Used to have the gas mask, the goggles, the get up. My fat ass was a lot more, and I was skinny as hell. And now look at me. Anyways, so yeah, so we were called, the Paper Dolls. So I created a band because Paper Dolls with Lori a long time ago, and I was like fading out of Death Descent, and I went into with the Paper Dolls, which is industrial electronic. That's my strong point. I've always played industrial, as you can tell. I'm into the piercings, the tattoos, and the whole get up. But right now I'm not, dressed to impress. I'm here to, not teach, but like record myself, and hopefully I can entertain you guys. You could have an idea of what Dark Realm Gaming is about besides playing games. I used to be a musician back in the days. In my description, if you read it, I used to play industrial. That was my strong point. Okay, so this loop recorder here, this is made by Korg. It's called the Korg Chaosilator Pro. And they also have the KP3 pad, which is in red. You see, if you guys can see the little moving around the little special effects. The other one is where you could chop down songs. You could like shorten the songs, extend the songs and stuff, and they also have special effects and all that. So let's start with some beats. All right. So this song will be called "The Live." Okay. And we had a backstage dancer with puffy hair, really thin, wearing like a little short skirt. We dressed him up like a freaking doll. Okay. But he was cool. He was a cool guy. His name was Santiago. Shout out to Santiago if he ever watches this video. If he ever finds me on YouTube or Twitch. So, all right. So here's the special effect you could do on the Chaos Pro. This is the preset of beats that it has inside installed. Then you mix it up. So those are the kind of beats you have, okay? So now let's create a beat for that song called "The Live." All right, you guys are gonna like this. Okay, so let's say, all right, so that's synth. Okay, so let's go. Because I'm into the synthesizer. I love synthesizer. Oh, by the way, shout out to Scarlet Siren. If you guys ever hear Scarlet Siren on all musical platforms, and Jason Velchis, and Slumped, and Breaking Serenity, and all those cats out there, make sure you subscribe to them and give them a thumbs up and like. And also, who else? White Lights. They rock. Okay, so, alright, and I'm Dark Realm Gaming, and I'm like half a rock. Still made out of. Forget it. Anyways, okay. Okay, so let's create the beat. The beat will be on 121 BPM, and this will be 114. Actually, it would be a 214. You hear the beat? As in an A count. A count, okay? Now we're gonna add some little percussion. So I'll go to, that was the number 7. Now I'll go to number 6 and go up to D.182, and you get sounds like this. See, and you push it, you go. Okay, so I can either hold it down on the bank that I loop that beat, or I could push record, push the button, and whatever I touch on the pad, it'll loop it or record that specific sound. Okay, so what I'll do is take it off and I'll just do it manually. So it loops it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna add another special effect. So you go back to the beats, which is number 7. So it's a P1 195. So I'm gonna do P1 196, and you get a special effect like this. Give you that groove. Okay, so let's do it. Got it. And it has an infinity looping. So you can add like layers after layers non-stop, and you have a whole sound of crap, special effects all in one bank. And you got what, 4 banks in here. You got A, then you got bank B, you guys got bank C, and then bank D. Okay, so right now we're just working on bank D, which is the beat of the song. Okay. Now we're gonna add some industrial special effects so you could, get the rhythm. We like the okay. So let's do that. So now we're gonna go to number 5. So number 5 will be a 5.135. So we're gonna go to a 5.147. Okay, now we're gonna go 1.547. Okay. 5.147. So this is the effect you'll get. Okay, you get these effects. You go high, and you go low, or deeper. That is sound right. Okay, so here you go. Here's the beat on a 121 BPM. See? Four count. Okay, so now what you want to do is you go to shift, you hold shift, and the bank that I recorded all those rhythm of the beat, you push it. Then I was telling me L8, which is an 8 count. You could start from a 2 count, you could start from a 4 count, you could start at an 8 count, or you could do on a 16 count. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring it down to a 16. Let's see, 8 count. Let's do a 2 count. So the same. And now you're gonna do remix. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, so that's the beat there that you could do your remixes, and you can break it down, chop it down, blah, 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 like that. Okay, so now you want to hold shift, and then we'll go to bank A and put some rhythm into those beats. So we'll go shift, hold down A, it'll be in a 16 count. That's perfect. Take it off. We go push record, and it'll light up. See, they're ready to go. All these are light up. It may see in the screen that you guys see it in orange or in yellow, but here it's red. Okay, so it lights up. So now we go to the keyboard, and this is called the Korg Micro Vocoder, where you could, play some electronic voice into it, and it'll record you, and it'll go directly here because I got it connected to MIDI. in here, the little input channel and all that shit. Okay, so my head has to move. Okay, I try to like stop it and it keeps moving. But all right, shut up, Kuromi. Fucking bitch, I was laughing at me. All right, so here's the synthesizer. This is a deep synth, so you want to like crank it up with using a modulator. Okay. That's the synth. Okay, so let's lower it. Now let's start the beat. 121 BPM. So now what I'll do is, okay, let me lower the volume here. I'm gonna have it too loud because I'm gonna blow your monitors, your ears, and is that good? Is that good for you guys? Let me know in the chat. Okay. See, that's the synth. That's the synth part. You guys like that? Okay, now with that being played, we're gonna record that. Okay, so that'll be the intro of the song called "The Live." Okay, so let's play it. That's the beat. Push record. Push the song bank that I want to save that loop on. Bank A. Ready? Go. See how it records? And it just goes, it goes, it goes, the same thing. Okay? So you have an idea now. So let's do it right. Let's record it right. That way it won't have that missing delay on there, and it just like goes completely through without a missing delay. Touch beat. Lights out. Alright, so that's the intro of that song, "The Live." Okay, now for the second, it's the same thing with the synth, but it's gonna go, that's more on the octave low on the intro, and then on the first bridge, it's gonna be the intro of the first bridge is gonna be an octave high, okay, and it's gonna be start with an E, with the E note, okay. So we're gonna go with the beat, and we're gonna play over what I played on the first half. We're gonna go to 60 count, push shift, the B bank, the bank that I want to use to loop the second half. It's on L16, which is 16 count. You push shift again, push record, and you play the second half. Now I push B, where I'm gonna record. So now I got recorded the second half for the first bridge. This is the intro. Here comes the second half. Higher. See, that's the bridge for the second part. Then back to the beginning. See. So now we got that. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. Okay, so now we got that part. Then we're gonna add some vocals. You can have vocals like electronic voice. You can have your own voice in there, but I usually use electronic because I don't sound like Ariel. Obviously, I don't look like Ariel, but you know Ariel's hot. Shout out to Ariel. Ariel from Little Mermaid. You know she has a voice like a that makes you wanna melt. But anyways, so here we go. So here I'm gonna do bank C, and bank C is where I'm gonna do the electronic voice. And the electronic voice on the vocal on what I say on the electronic voice will be, I am the live for the paper dolls. Okay, so because the guy his name was the live. Okay, so I am the live for the paper dolls, which was me, Hector, and Lori, which was paper doll, the lead singer. So I am the live for the paper dolls, and I danced with their band, cause that was my call, because that was his call. Because we found him and we are like, hey, can you dance? And he's like, yeah, I can dance. You can dance electronic industrial? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And we give him a little track, and he's like, oh sure. He's out dancing, doing the little moves, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So we add him to the band, and he was our dancer. So Lori decided to create a song called The Live for our backstage dancer, The Live. So let's do it. Okay, so check this out. Okay, that's a little too high, octave high. I am the live for the paper dolls, and I dance with their band, cause that was my call. I can't. Okay, anyways, let's do that beat, alright? The beat and the rhythm, which is the second half for the first bridge. So the second half is gonna be playing almost like for the outro as well. Then you have the rhythm. Now you can have the beat. I'm gonna do a twerking video for guys and girls to watch. You ever seen a guy there? Karomi, she's a shit in twerking. Y'all got nothing on Karomi. You could be the baddest girl in alive. You got nothing on Karomi. Karomi, show. I'm gonna do a twerking video for guys. Alright. Anyways, alright. So that's the electronic. Okay, so we got the electronic for the live. I am the live for the paper dolls, and I danced with their band because that was my call. Okay, so now we got that. So now what we do is shit. Okay, so we play the intro. That's the beginning of the song. 16 count. Now we're gonna add some strings to the intro of the song, okay? So it's gonna sound like this before everything's all recorded. See? It goes perfect. Okay, so now we can add some beat to it. I get it dramatic. Alright, let's do the beat. not recording. I'm playing this live by myself. Over it. So that's how it sounds on the live, okay? But that's not the intro. The intro is these sparkling bells to make it all dramatic, like that, you know, how fucking pussy shit. Okay, anyways, so the special effect for that will be comp, which is comp 40, 113, okay? So you like this special effect here. You guys like that? Okay? Or you could do a high to it, so it could be more like, you know, like that. So like this, watch. So it's like if you're falling in love with somebody, like that, you know. Anyways, ooh, I do pretty good at it. No, now you can run me. I'm teaching them how to do it. She's like a fucking attention seeker over here, fucking bitch. So this is how it would sound with the high. So it sounds like very dramatic. So that's the high. So let's try a low. Let's see. I think the low is better, which is I use the low on that song anyways. So you guys have an idea what the low one sounds like, the octave low. One more count. It's on a 2 count. Now. So that sounds good on the low end, okay? So now I'm gonna do the complete intro to the live song, okay? Which is the strings and then with the bells. Well, it's not even bells, more like a synth string, that's what it is, okay? So let's do the synth string. Okay, so this is the intro of the live song. On a 2 count, remember. Dancing, you know, if you know how to dance to the industrial. for some special effects. Okay. You guys are screwed now. Now that's called a layer. You layer a loop on top of the song. Electronic voice. Special effects. Not pro singing. We're done. That's the whole complete song. So Paper Doll was singing lyrics in between the songs, and then all the special effects was on the outro. The outro was like mostly dramatic. I sent this copy to my boy Jason Belchis. He has it, and if he ever wants to use it, go ahead, because it's not trademark or anything like that. But if he wants me to be his keyboardist one day, that'll be badass, because the man is talented. The man has the drive, the desire, the dedication, and all the deeds you could think of. Not that deep, cochinos. But you know what I mean, Jelly. Okay, so that was called the live. All right, so now let's do some other type of remixes. We're gonna do maybe some techno, or some very underground, and it's gonna be in a faster pace. This one's gonna be maybe like a 1.70 something. So that's gonna be the BPM. So it's gonna be a lot more faster on more in the it's in the industrial, but it's gonna be within the cyber goth. All right, so it's gonna be more aggressive too. So maybe you guys will like that. This one was a little bit more like ringity bells and all that, chat. Okay, let me find the special effect. It's been a while since I. Hold on, Jack. I'm sorry. But it's gonna be within the cyber goth. All right, so it's gonna be more aggressive too. Space alone. This one was a little bit more like ringity bells and all that, chat. Okay, let me find the Why do you wear shades? Because the light is bugging my eyes. Okay. rest up. Trust me, you guys don't want to look at me like face to face because you guys will turn into stone. I'm like a half Buddha, half Medusa. Okay, so that'll be it right there. Hold on, excuse me. Roman's like, you weirdo. Man, shut up. Alright, so now let's go. Wow, hold on, Jack. My eyes are like literally watering. I don't know why. Alright, so now let's go. Wow, hold on, Jack. My eyes are like literally watering. I don't know why. Alright. Whew. Alright. You guys ready? Okay, so that was that. So let me erase. I push erase, and you hold the song bank that you want to erase. You could keep all the other parts of the song, or you could like reconstruct a whole brand new song. Okay, with a brand new beat, synthesizers, and shit like that, you know. Okay, so let's do that. Then now let's erase bank B. We just did C right now. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna erase bank A as well. So what we're gonna do is just have that beat that we have from the first song, and it goes all the way to the 15 count, 16. Okay, so it's completely done. Wow, I don't know what's going on, Chad. I'm sorry. Bank A as well. So what we're gonna do is just have like Manson used to, like Marilyn Manson says when he was on tour. Don't look at my butt. You guys are like, yeah, but keep that. Okay. So that's 121. So what we can do is erase it. Erase it because we're gonna do beats now on the Alesis Micron. That was an 8 count. We just deleted. So now we got beats like this. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do 73. So we're gonna follow that rhythm of the beat from the Alesis Micron with the same beat with the Chord Key Oscillator Pro. Okay, so let's create a beat over here. Let's go to number 7. Here's the volume for that beat. So let's do 121. So it's like. So wow, it looks like it's gonna be a 121 still. Okay, that's fine because the other beat, the other song that I created was like a 170 something. So it was pretty fast. Okay. 121. So, wow, it looks like it's gonna be a 121 still. Okay, that's fine because the other beat, the other song that I created. Let's try 14. It's the same beat as the live, but we'll do the 14. It's an 8 count. Then we can have some, you know, or this. Special effects like that. Okay, we'll just go with that beat. That'll be our beat. So that's gonna be our rhythm for that. Ooh. Okay, so that'll be our rhythm. Okay, so we're gonna go to shift, hold shift, and you go to bank A for that. 16 count. That's perfect. Let's keep it on 16 count. Okay, so what you do is push record. So that's gonna be our rhythm for that. Put the beat first, push record, and then you're gonna go over the beat. See, now it's going by itself. Okay, it's ready to record. Anything that I push, it's gonna loop it. Let's go. Sounds with balls. Look at. By itself without the beat. Alright, so that's the beat, okay? And this one's called The Fallen. I created this song with a friend of mine. He goes by Tool in the city of Hollywood, California. Okay? And shout out to Tool if he ever watches this video. So this is called The Fallen. I created The Fallen and I needed him to put in some guitar play because he was a guitarist and slash singer. And he also played keyboard, but he specialized more in guitar. So keyboard was my job. And we both played industrial. We were a two-man band. He played guitar and sing, and I played the keyboards and the music. Okay? So I did a lot of looping in that band. So, okay, so we got the beat and we got the rhythm. So now we're going to go on an uptick high, which is the first bridge to the beginning of the song. Okay? So that'll be... So now I'm ready to record on bank B. High now. So I'm gonna erase it so you have an idea of what that second part sounds like for the first bridge. And I'm gonna play it right so it could like go right smoothly. There. Now we're gonna add some strings to this song, okay? And the strings is gonna sound more like that, you know? So we're gonna go back to 8.47, go to the same strings we use for, you know, the live. I have more keyboards, but you know, these are the keyboards where I do all my effects, my special loopings and all that stuff. Okay? Okay, it sounds very like barbaric in the times of the medieval, and you know, like the times of 500. You ever guys ever watched the movie 500 or Gladiator within those times? Okay, so with Russell Crowe. So here's the beat. We're gonna get to the special effect that goes with that beat. We're gonna get to the effects to make it more danceable. But right now I'm gonna show you the strings part. So this will be here, the optic high, which will lead to the first bridge of the song. Here we go. Okay, so now that is all created. Now we're gonna do with the special effects. All right, with the special effects is to make the music. You know how they dance the electronic. You know they're doing the little moves and all that. And I got tangled up in a bubble. Anyways, I went ouch. Okay. Nobody was looking, and they continue dancing, trying to fake it like nothing happened. Bitch, I got you. All right, so here we go. So here's the special effect. And that's gonna be with the beat to give it that, so that effect usually plays in the industrial when you have the cyber goth dancing in the stage and when you're dancing in the room and all that for that kind of music. Okay? For the industrial goth, electronic, cyber goth, and all that, dark ambient and all that, dark wave and all that stuff. It can be used depending on the BPM. Okay, so here's the beat. So make sure it's 121 here too. 121, we got it. Latch it, which is push a button and it plays by itself. Okay? So here we go with the beat. Okay, hold on, chat. Something's wrong here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, YouTube is not receiving any video maintained. Okay. But we're good anyways because I got Twitch. So if something goes wrong on YouTube and you guys are not like, you guys can't hear what's going on, then go to my Twitch channel and I'm there live at the same time I'm live on YouTube. So go to Dark Realm Gaming and you'll find me with the same logo avatar that I have, and you'll find me and I'll be streaming there. So if anything goes wrong on YouTube, you'll find me there and I'm still playing. Alright? Alright, so we got the beat and let's do the rhythm. Ready? Okay, excellent connection. We're good. So you don't have to go nowhere. You can stay here with me. Now the beat. Create the latch. Because the move. See, baby got back. Here's the beginning song. is a phenomenal thing that you guys have to get. Create your own beats, your own synth, your own everything. Attach keyboards, drums, guitar, vocals, bass, everything, and it'll loop it. It's a looping synthesizer loop recorder. Okay, so now while we played that song, that was called The Fallen. That was from a side project I did, another industrial band, and also was used on Perfetto too. That thing came out, but that is it was sick. So, anyways, okay, yeah, I left like a whole part. Okay, so now, so we did the first song called The Life, and that was called The Fallen. Okay, so now let's do some like maybe some techno, some industrial electronic. I love the industrial. You gotta have the industrial, like Ministry and who's the other guy? 9 Inch Nails, and can't even keep up with their fucking names now. But this Marilyn Mason, yeah, he's way out there. Okay, so now let's do some like some synth. So we can also keep that beat because it's a good beat. Okay, that's a good beat. Okay, and then we could maybe erase what we have here. So you push erase, go to the bank that you want to erase, which is B bank. Erase it, and it's gonna be a 16 count erase. This thing here, the Korg Oscillator Pro, it'll revolutionize your sound and music, which is hip hop, R&B, anything that you want to create, layers, patches, and stuff like that. You could chop it up, remix, and all that stuff. Okay, then now let's erase bank A. We're going on 1 hour. Let's do it. Hopefully we're gonna more like delays on YouTube. It's crazy. Okay. So now with this beat rhythm, now we can add some percussion. Okay, we could create your own type of music. We're just freelancing here. Those two songs were used in the bands back in the day when I used to play. Okay, because in my description it says that I used to play music. Okay, so now let's create some percussion with that beat. Create our own beat. Let's see. We already used that, right? Okay. You like that? Okay, or we could do this. Or higher. Okay. Let's do this right here. So you hold it. You hold the bank that you wanna create that beat, and you hold it. Or if you don't want to hold it because you're not familiar with the count, which is a 4-beat count or 8-beat count, so you could just push record, and the lights will light up, and then you push on the bank that you recorded that loop on, and then you can add keyboards, you can add your bass, you can add your guitar, you can add your vocals. You can also have this you can also add electronic voice to it, because this is a vocoder keyboard vintage vocoder by Korg. Okay, so you could take it out. Okay, let's take it out. So we created that, and now let's create some like synth. And now this is a synth that you guys, I'm sure you hear in the electronic scene and the dance, like Bar Sinister, let me see, Sound Factory, or the Medusa Lounge, and you can also go to the Viper Room over there in Hollywood and all that. You also go to the Circus. You could go to the Club Hell. You could go to Shut Up and Just Play. Okay. Look. So we go to number 5, and we'll go up to 5.152, and you'll get sounds like this. What? Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but now you do. Okay, you go high, and just move your finger. You can even do it with the middle finger in case you're performing and you were like. Or you can go like this even with your. In case you want to show off, You can even do it with your toes, like. I'm fat, I can't do it. But anyways, so here, let's do the beat. Look. Okay, that's the beat. Okay, so now we're gonna loop it, which is I push record. Do the beat first. Push record, and you could do it on bank A, bank B, or bank C, or even in bank D where you have the beat going. Let's go to A. My bad. You ready? Oh, but you know what? I did that on a 16 count. Okay, let's do it down to an 8 count. Okay. Beat is going. Alright. But you know what we can do? Let's do this. Let's erase the beat. Create that synth first, and then put a beat over it. How about that? Let's do that. Alright? Create that synth first. Ready? See how it has the little delay? It stops. Right there. See? Yeah, you don't want that, okay? You want it like nice and full and smooth. Okay? Smooth as a baby's well, I'm not a baby, but you know what I mean. Okay? Check out. Better with the beat. DarkRealm, you full of shit. Okay, hold on. You can even add some like some lambada up in this beach. You can even add some reggaeton. Well, you know anything about that. Okay. Okay. Now we go back to that. Got that. We could also add this special effect that we were using on the Fallen. You could use that because in the electronic music and all that stuff, they used to love playing the same shit. The same. Ooh, that's gonna sound bad. Watch, check it out. We could also add this special effect that we were using on the Fallen. The latch, you're not to hold the key anymore. Latch. Okay, so now we can add some. So check this out. Okay, you guys are gonna like this. Okay, now we can add some special effects to that. You know, create your own sound. Okay, let's go to this right here. You got that going, which is your synth, your deep synth. Then you put the beat. Now you got special effects, which is a P.200. Or you can have it really low. If you don't want to record it and just want to use it as a little layer, and you can like remove it anytime you want during the song, just hold shift while you're holding your finger on the pad. Hold shift. It plays by itself. And you can take it off. So if you wouldn't like really want to trick people out, you can have it like this. And still play. People will be like, what the hell? But I like playing it more like this, you know. You don't want to show off because you want to be the shit, you know. If the singer sounds like crap, but at least the music sounds good, everybody comes back for the experience, you know. Forget the singer, we love the music, that's all we're here for. We just want to dance and sweat our asses off and all that crap. Okay, so you got this beat, now we got this type of beat. Now you turn it, and now you have a P.201. And that was the first one was 200, now it's 01. So you could create your own beat with this, and you could add it layer after layer after layer, and infinity looping and layering on just on one song bank. And you have 4 song banks that you could work with. And you can add keyboards on top of this crap. Number 3. So you could do like, you know, like free, you know, you don't have to move your head. I like just moving my head. Okay, and now you can do 4. The 4 is my favorite. And if you go all the way down, this is what it sounds like. Guide it to the song bank. So you push record, and you could go to C. But you know what? He's on the 16 from the last song. So when you hold shift, you push C, and it's gonna be flashing off and on. You're gonna have L16. So you want to put it down to an 8 count. Okay, so. So I can hold it and push shift, and you got that. And you can take it off anytime you want. If you want it to be recorded, take it off. So what you do is you push record, and any of the song banks within the 8 count, 4 count, 2 count, or 16 count. We're gonna go with an 8 count. Push it, it's ready to record. But it's off because it's not do is you hold erase, and the song bank that you recorded that loop on, you hold it down, it stops it, and it's deleting it. And now let's play right. So you can either go to record and push the bank that you want to do the looping on and just hold your finger on it, or you can do it manually. You can hold your finger without pushing record and just hold it down on the bank that you want to use and for that specific loop. And you can stop it anytime as you want. And you can mix in between. Then you can have more layers to that specific bank. We'll see how many loopings I can do in that specific bank, which is bank C. So I recorded it in bank B. So you can stop it. And you go continue. And when we loop on C, you can add it. See how it mixes in? So it's looping layers after layers to create a song. Now you can add some like special effects more. Effect, or you can add this here. While you're adding the keyboard to that, on the same BPM, so it could be like level with the music, then you can add the special effects right here. Now you can add the other part. Then you can do remixes in between. also, if you guys want to see some really trick moves, check this out. Okay, now, let me see. Let me get over here real quick. Don't mind me. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some EBGB. And also EBGBs. Okay. I got two of them. Two of the Calculator Pros. So you can have them both on the same BPM. Alright? And I could create like infinity whatever. Or also I could play one as the keyboardist and the singer could use one as well. So you could add special effects in between the singing besides the keyboardist. So it's like less pressure on the keyboardist. Alright? And I could create like infinity whatever. Okay. Also, I could play one as the keyboardist, and the singer could use one as well. So you could add special effects in between the singing. Oh boy. Okay, let me see. I think I lost the little thingy. Here it is. Oh no, not the thingy. Yeah, the thingy. Okay, check this out. So now you plug in the input into where the mic is at. Oh shit, things are starting to get hot. Okay. You might want to put it up, or you could put it maybe like this. Here, okay? What time is it? Okay. Now you use your phone. On your phone, you got a special effect called beat pads. You go to beat pads and all like little squares, kind of like if you guys ever work with Ableton, you know, and you push Ableton, you could categorize all your beats, like all synth, all percussions, all like piano, all whatever, and you have 100, you know, beat little squares on a big giant pad that you connect to your PC, and that's called Ableton. Okay, so it's like Ableton. So Ableton on a phone. Oh shit! So you could connect your phone. You could play. Check this out. You could play music like Madonna, whatever you have on Pandora. It'll loop it. You'll loop the song into the Chaos pad, and you can add your keyboards and layer it. You can layer your own type of feel into the Chaos pad using somebody else's song. You know? So you can add Marilyn Manson and add your own tribute with your own music into the song that you're going to put into here. Okay? But I'm not going to show you because I create my own shit. I don't create other people's songs. Which is cool, you know, because, you know, it gives you a big following and all that to play other people's music and all that and tribute and, you know, it's all good and that. Okay? Look. Beat pads. Okay? Everybody? You see that? Beat pads. And there are different DJs that created their beats. And you can install it in there and just layer it over with this as special effects that this thing has here or the keyboards. Okay? So let's go to let's go to you guys want to hear dubstep? Okay, dubstep. You know how to play dubstep? Hell yeah, I know how to play dubstep. But I don't go to dubstep. Let's go to electronic, alright? And we're gonna go to electronic. You guys ever heard of Voodoo and Serrano? You know that soundtrack from the movie Blade when he's in the club in the beginning during the meat factory? And you hear the bass? Boom, 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 boom. Well, there's a guy here that played that and he put his own feel to it. So what I'm gonna do is overwrite what he played on that soundtrack of by Voodoo and Serrano. Those are the real artists, Voodoo and Serrano. And this guy goes by Stacks. Check this out, guys. So now you switch here, and you play your music. Okay. Now you switch towards the left. Okay. Now you get to play some real shit. Okay. So you gotta lower it because I don't want to like blow your eardrums out if you're seeing it from PC or you guys viewing it from a video or whatever. See? Hell yeah, baby. Now we can do some real fusion. Now some club shit besides besides that stuff, you know what? As a matter of fact, let me delete that, and I'm gonna play over that beat, and that's a song that I created myself. All right, I'm gonna let you hear it before the end of the stream. Okay, so this is what you could do when you have the chaos pad. That's what I'm saying to everybody and all musicians out there. If you don't have the chaos pad, get it. You guys ever heard of Combi Christ? Back in the day, there used to be Combi Christ. There used to be all like electronic. Well, the keyboard is Zmar from Combi Christ. He's the one that not personally, but he's the one that introduced me because I saw his videos. Introduced me to the chaos pad. Little pads with little special effects and all that. And besides his keyboard playing, I'm like, wow, I gotta get that. Ever since I bought it, revolutionized my music, and you can create any type of freaking music, and people will be amazed. It'll be hard to record, but you can play it live, and people will have special effects. Stuff like where Madonna Wayne Gacy does a lot of like looping programs, you know, and Marilyn Manson, you know, like that Antichrist Superstar or Mechanical Animal. You hear that atmosphere, special effects, like you're in space and stuff like that because he was good at doing that. Well, that's what this thing does. With whatever you bass, guitar, drums, whatever, you could connect drum triggers to your drum set instead of sounding like regular drums. It sounds like electronic drums, like when you're hitting the cymbals and you're hitting the hi-hat, you hear that and the bass. Those are all drum triggers made by DD Drums. Okay, so here's the special effect. Okay, so right here it tells you 135 BPM. So what you do is you go to your Chaos Layer Pro, 135. Go put it to 135 BPM so it can match. Okay, 0.0, because there's no 1 after that. 135, so that's solid 135. Okay, so now what we do is check this out. You can hold it or put it down. It's better if you hold it because you have more control of it. You can lower the volume. You can add your own beat, or you can use the beat from here. See, it's faster the beat. Check this out. Now I'm gonna record it to Bank A, okay? Record it. Take the beat up. Now, remember that synth that I had from the song that I created by freelancing? You can use that. And this is how it would sound. It would trick it out. It would sound like trick pop. Trick pop. So here's a key. It's like right above where it says delete or erase. There's a key button. You put your key and you look for the note that matches that special effect. Okay? You push key and you either go optic low on the notes, which is the keyboard notes, or you go optic high, which is the keyboard notes as well. Okay? Let's go with the A. That's the sound right there. A deep synth, optic low. Okay, check this out. Here comes the beat. And you can layer it on top of what you just put right now with that synth. You can make it sound higher by playing it the same way on top of it. Okay, so hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. All right, so you guys are, oh hell no, I take it like a G. Okay. All right, so now you erased that. So now let's do this. And this pad has special effects for that soundtrack that that DJ created with his own tribute to Voodoo and Serrano, which is the Blaze soundtrack. It was called Bloodbath, that song. So now put it down to 8 count. Okay, so whatever I do now, it's gonna be on an 8 count and no more on a 16. Okay, and this beat here is in an 8 count, but what I recorded over here is in an 8 count too. Okay, all right, so. Check this out, guys. Another fact. Okay, so now we got a rhythm like this. So I'm gonna add that to bank B. Okay, so now it's gonna go with the music. So you push record and then you push B. So it sounds like with a little delay. So what we could do is bring it down to a 4 count. Okay? So let's do that. You hold shift, you go to bank B, you hold it at the same time. It says L8, put it L4. That'll be the 4 count. Because it has that delay, it stops and it goes and stops and it goes and stops. Okay, so let's try 2. It overlaps, but don't worry because I created a song that you guys are really gonna enjoy. Okay, so what I could do is play it for you guys. That way you have an idea of what you could create using other people's music, and you don't have to use presets from a keyboard. Okay, so let me get out of here. But don't worry because I created a song that you guys are. Okay, we're going on a 2-hour mark. So what I could do is play it for you guys. That way you have an idea of what you could create using other people's music, and you don't have to. Okay. Okay. So let me get out of here. All right, here it is, right here. Okay, and yeah, I'm like done with the keyboards, but this is more important because if you guys buy this and you plug any type of instrument you want, you're gonna be the shit. Trust me. Okay, you're gonna be the shit. Okay, let me see. Let's see. All right, here's the song that I recorded, but I just showed you. This is what I recorded myself. Okay, hope you guys like it. So you guys see it's playing. See the track playing? This is what I recorded. Hopefully it's not too loud. Here we go. Like a little DJ mix to it. This is what you could create with this machine. All this. That's all like if you're doing scratches on turntables. Here's the dance. You guys want a better view on what the chaos pad looks like? That way you have an idea what it looks like, so in case you guys decide to search and maybe want to like buy it. Special effect, you hear it? That's what it is. Even add stuff to it too. That's what you can do with the Chaos Pad if you guys decide to purchase the Korg Chaosolator Pro Chaos Pad. Okay, so that was a song that I created, and that's the soundtrack of Voodoo Serrano from the song Bloodbath from the movie Blade. Okay, so now what I created my own music, okay, and this one I called it Immersion. And immersion sounds like two-stepping. My friend, from Scarlet Siren, the band Scarlet Siren, as I mentioned, in the beginning of the stream. She's a guitarist for that band, and she listened to this track and she loved it, but she said it's good for two-stepping. Maybe not electronic, but two-stepping. Check this out, guys. This is what I recorded using my keyboards and this, bad boy right here. That's the intro. Tempo beat. It's a fast BPM. I believe that's a 173 BPM. It's called immersion. I also added dubstep to it too. My own feel of dubstep to it. Here we go, fast pace. See how the beat makes it sound like it's two-step? I don't even know how to two-step, I just know how to play it. Alright, now special effects. This is what I created on the keyboards. Alright, now I'm gonna add some synth with the leases, with the micron right here. All over it. Then it goes back to the intro again. That's what you could create with the Chaos pad. With keyboards and with these pads. There goes the dubstep again. I specialize in dubstep too, besides industrial. I can play dubstep with metal or dubstep with electronic. That special effect that I showed you guys on the keypad. If you guys don't believe me, I'll stop the song and I'll play that special effect right there. Special effects, keyboard. Two count. After this part right here, great with Lisa's microphone. And I got two of them. So I can do this two special effects on anytime. And I believe it's in an 8 count. This is the outro. Make sure you guys go on Google, type in Korg, K-O-R-G, Korg, Chaosilator Pro Loop Recorder, and you'll find this bad boy here. And then also go into Korg KP3 pad. The KP3 pad is the red version of this. You see the green effect, the red one, you connect it both together. So whatever you create with the keyboards onto this will be transferred to the KP3 pad, and you can chop it down the music into pieces. Like chop it down, make it come back, make it sound like up close, like very in your face, and make it sound like very far away, and then bring it back together. That's the KP3 pad, and also has its own special effects into it. And you get whatever pads that you get from here, go onto the keyboard into there, into the KP3 pad. You'll be unstoppable. Trust me. This, you will create your own beats. Okay? So that's what I created for the song Immersion. And now this is the song that you guys heard with the live. Remember the live that I played in the beginning of the stream? When I used to be in the band called Paper Doll? Okay, so this is the live, and this is what I recorded of the live. Remember that? But I was playing live for you? Alright, here it is. And this is all keyboards. This is all me. I created this song. It's my song. I bet you anything you guys are putting a record to whatever I play. You guys are gonna take it, but don't forget where it comes from. But a real musician always comes out with something new. Never plays old shit. Special effect right here. I can play over it. That way you guys will know. Create. If you guys get to KP3 band, I totally recommend it. My life, I really recommend it. But remember, you're gonna be playing live when you get this, because with recording, it's gonna be difficult. So the only thing you will use to record is keyboards, obviously, because it comes out on your Logic, Reasons, whatever program you're using. GarageBand, which is Logic. Anything, Ableton, you're gonna be using. See, now we're going on the second bridge, which is, and this song is called The Live from my band Paper Dolls. Here's the Optica here. Here's the part. Now it's gonna build up for the outro. If you guys like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If not, it's all good. Here comes the outro of the song called The Live. And I'm gonna have electronic voice, special effects, and everything. You guys ready? Remix. Remix on this. Count. Vocals. See, this is a special effect. There it is right here. Wrong one. Electronic voice, which is this here. It's a special effect. That's this keyboard here. chaos pad or beats that I just come up with. All right, so you guys have an idea now. All right, so I showed you immersion, I showed you bloodbath, I showed you the live, and this is the falling, the one that I was doing the aggressive sound earlier. The second song that I did with a friend of mine from Hollywood. This is the falling here. It's not complete, but this is like my own version. I have the original version on an app called Box something box. I forgot the name of it. I was gonna say Box Lunch. This is more aggressive, and this was played with guitar, which was dun 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 dun. It sounded very aggressive, but this is my own feel to it, by myself, without guitar. The original, I'll play one day for you guys so you can hear the guitar behind it. This is what I had it right here. From here. Same beat right here. That's from this right here. That beat right there. Remember that song? You can room in the background. That's just a freelance. That's not, fully recorded. That's not, mastered or anything. That's an octave low. Now with the strings octave high. Back to the intro. Now with some kooky, morbid. You guys want to hear it? Right. Now you know it's me. So I'm running 3 keyboards at the same time, the chaos pad running at the same time, and I got 3 other keyboards that I could use so I could play with 6 at the same time. You never seen it before, but I have. Why? Because I can do it. I'm the one that can do it. You ever seen that band Nightwish? The keyboardist plays with 4 keyboards. He has 3 here, and then he has 1 on the side laying forward so you guys can see the keys. Well, I play with 6 with this at the same time. So I'm like this. On the next stream, I'll be playing backwards. That way you have an idea what it is backwards. You guys also saw the guitar. Remember Madonna Wayne Gacy and the song Antichrist Superstar? He's like, with the guitar. You ever seen the guitar spin around like a guitar, regular guitar? You know how people spin it around? And you're like, how you do a guitar and spin it around your back without getting tangled up with the cord? Well, there's a new technology where you can connect it wireless. Now you can spin the guitar the guitar, just put it around your back. I used to do that. I only did it once. I almost hit my singer and never did it again. he was gonna be like, pow! What the fuck? Nah, I didn't hit him, but you know, I almost did. Okay, so now you guys have an idea of what you guys can do with the Chaos Pad. So I got more songs here, but you know, they're not like let me see. Well, I'll show you this one. Dead Ain't Enough for Life. This is what I call it, Dead Ain't Enough for Life. The band Acuna Coil also made Dead Ain't Enough for Life. Okay? That's a special effect that I use on the keyboard here. That special effect, that song that Marilyn Manson made in the Hollywood album when Madonna Wayne Casey's using the keyboard. It's like that special effect is almost like the song that they created. This is Evolution, the song Evolution. That's where he plays that special effect, Madonna Wayne Casey. That's industrial right there. That's special effect. That's a string synth there. It's 2 layers in one, 2 something in one. It's called a split. Now change your rhythm. And all that I could play, you know, with a band. With metal, I could take it up to the higher notch of BPM, or I could bring it down low and make it more danceable. Or I could, you know, put it up high and you guys could be mosh pitting to that kind of shit. And on top of that, I could layer some dubstep on top of that. Girl, you just stop that. Just kidding. What you could create with keyboards. I said again, with keyboards, install it into the KB3 pad, or this one, the Chaosilator Pro loop recorder synthesizer. Alright, here's the bridge. There's the bridge, and after this part here, you're gonna hear some octave high with octave low at the same time, and it's gonna sound very like grindy and very aggressive, like very industrial. Here. That's all me. Comes to the outro. You hear like the bar? There's like a bar that I use, and you can attach the microphone to that bar, like a metal bar, and you hit it. You hear it? So you can put a microphone to that where you're hitting, like a triangle, anything metal. You know, there's a band out there in Hollywood, I forgot the name of it. They use like metal drums, like drums made out, you know, those trash cans that are made out of, you know, that metal, and they're all beat up. Like if you use the back and you patch them in, and you can create certain sounds using that metal. While you put the mic to that metal trash can that you're hitting, and it'll record it onto here, and use that as your layers, so you can create your music above it and make it as your special effect. So now you see what you guys could create. Alright, that's it for tonight, guys. Hope you guys had a blast. Please give me a thumbs up on your way out. And, make sure you like and subscribe, And I'll show you more whenever, if I ever, wake up from the wrong side of the floor again. I'll come up and do some more music for you guys, But now you see in the description that, I specialize in music. I'll show you pictures, soon, and I'll come up with more stuff that I created, and I'll show you guys some more stuff. All right. Until then, have a good night. Stay safe. Take care, and have a great week. And work hard. And we'll see you. I'll see you during the week with some gameplay. And maybe sometime next week I'll probably do some music, or I'll probably do music like once a month. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good night.